Hello, hello, hello. Antphrodite here, your pop culture psychic, back to you again with another true crime reading, back by popular demand. We have another true crime reading. So if you guys like true crime and you want more, let me know down in the comments and share this video. If this video gets lots of views, I'll do more. Haven't done one in a while. And I just found out about this case like literally 10 minutes ago. My followers brought it to my attention. So the Karen Reed trial is apparently happening right now. So Karen Reed is alleged to have hit and run or ran over or backed into her boyfriend. I think his name is John O'Keefe, and killed him. That's what the allegations are. But he was a Boston police officer, and she and her defense are claiming that she was framed, and they believe that the Boston police, because he was a police officer, are covering it up. And so I think she said something about she dropped him off at a after party at one of the other policemen's house, and he showed up dead on their lawn or something. So we're going to basically look at this, and we're going to see, did she do it or did she not? Or at least try to get some information about it. And my intention here is to help, so we'll see what I get. Remember, these readings all are different, tape purposes only, and let's get started. If you guys like these, please make sure you join the YouTube members. There's lots of exclusive content. It's linked down below. Also linked down below is my second YouTube channel with non-tarot content. So if you're interested in getting to know me for me, check that out. All right. So let's look at her and him. That's her. That's him. Did she do it? I want to see who's represented as the killer. Okay. All right. So this is hers. This is his. Okay. I want to make sure you guys can see everything. Okay, so this is hers, his. Okay, so she showed up as the Six of Cups reversed. So that's about not getting over the past. So she's definitely hung up on something from their past, potentially something from maybe when they got together or a time period. Did they ever spend any time apart? Were they ever like on again, off again? Because sometimes Six of Cups reversed is telling me that there's some sort of like break or something. I don't know if maybe they had a break in between the two of them, or if there was like a cheating moment, but there's definitely something she held a grudge against and she never got over. I also see them consistently fighting like cats and dogs. I can see them screaming and yelling at each other. The Ten of Swords is self-sabotage, which makes me feel like they were screaming and yelling and constantly fighting. The Hierophant is reversed, which is a breaking of a commitment on his part. So one, I don't know if I would necessarily say that he was always following through with what he would tell her. Sometimes it's about someone not being faithful. It's a little difficult because I don't know the backstory, and I literally found out about this maybe 10 minutes ago, so I didn't research anything. But the Hierophant is like a breaking of a commitment or breaking of a marriage, right? So it's like you didn't follow through with what you said. So sometimes that could be infidelity on his part. But here's the thing. The Ten of Swords is self-sabotage. So for me, I see that as getting stuck in a cycle. So for me, sometimes that's like an abusive relationship, but oftentimes it's just like you're stuck in a pattern and a cycle here of the dynamic. It's like, I forgive you, I go back, I forgive you, I go back type of energy with the self-sabotage card. And so for me, I honestly see like yelling and then forgiveness over and over again. So that's why their dynamic is interesting here. Now on her side, we have the Ace of Cups reversed, the King of Swords upright, and the Nine of Wands. That's definitely about things getting worse before they get better. That's about her not feeling loved, her falling out of love with him, and her feeling like he was really mean. King of Swords says some really mean shit, which means that she felt like he was saying some really horrible things to her, and she would volley them back if she could. So these two were I see them as very unkind to each other, very aggressive, sort of mean, just mean to each other. Like, it definitely is toxic, to me at least. That's what it would read as. I also see the Nine of Wands about her fearing that things could escalate. So there's definitely a fear here of like what could happen next. Like, he's volatile. I don't know what could happen next. What's interesting is it seems like a lot of times with dynamics like this, it's like the fear is what gets both of them, you know, bigger, right? Energy wise. Fear is kind of fed off of or this anger and this fighting is fed off of fear. So now on his side, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. Okay, we have the Seven of Wands upright, and we have the Four of Cups reversed. Does he have anything in his past about being violent physically? Because the Seven of Wands is like someone holding something. Like, to me, this is like someone holding a weapon or a bat. And the Knight of Cups and the Four of Cups is detachment, immaturity and detachment. That's like willy-nilly swinging or threatening. So I'm trying to figure out where that's coming from. I see her wanting to get away from him. This is what I don't understand. Eight of Cups, 10 of Wands, 9 of Cups. I want to run away from him. I want to get away from him. He's a burden. I need to get away. Do they have a specific cause of death? Like, was that determined? Because Judgment card tells me that she has a really bad reputation. So even if she did do it, or even if she didn't do it, it would be very easy to blame her. Judgment card is like people don't like her and haven't liked her for a while. And so that's a problem here for me, because the Eight of Wands is about rapid change, and the Devil card here tells me that it definitely feels like there are stories about their dynamic and their fighting that other people know about. Like, it's hard for me to say if this is a... I know sometimes people are like, oh, narcissists love to paint this image of people, but I don't know if I would necessarily say that. It just seems like they've had there's so much fighting and chaos between the two of them that other people just like roll their eyes when they heard all the drama between the two of them. Like, to me, this is a dramatic couple. Like, this is the couple where they're constantly fighting. Everyone's rolling their eyes. They don't want to hear about it anymore. And when something crazy happens, no one's shocked. That's why the Judgment card's reversed, because no one's shocked, because they're like, of course, the toxic duo is going to be in some sort of drama, right? That's the dynamic that they have. So it's just really difficult for me to read, because it's like, it's hard to tell the difference of before and after. Like, it's always going to read as chaos in their relationship. The Tower, dramatic catastrophic event. The Hermit, the Five of Cups, that's like, I'm threatening to kick you out. I want you out. I want you on your own. Both of them being like, fuck you. Like, definitely Five of Cups makes me think everyone was drunk, especially with the Devil card here. Like, everyone seems to have been drunk and intoxicated. And the Hermit is like, fuck you, get out. So I definitely think someone was kicked out of a car. Because I see someone driving, and then I see someone like, get the fuck out of the car. And then like, it's almost like someone kicked someone out of the car, and then they like are on the grass. I see someone like on the grass, kind of like rolling, like, fuck you, bitch. And then someone drives off. That's what I see in my mind's eye. And so it's like someone's on the grass. I think he wanted to leave her. I could be reading this wrong. But the Hierophant's reversed, okay? And the Two of Swords, Lover's card, Empress, means there's another girl. There's someone else that he was either hooking up with or interested in, and he wanted to leave her for her. I don't know if he said this to her or if he told some other girl this or whatever, but there is someone else that he wanted to leave her for. I can tell you that. Allegedly. Yeah. Look at this. 7 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, and the 3 of Wands. Did they argue over money or spending habits or anything like that? It's interesting because I see him constantly saying like what a bad person she is. Like, oh, she just wants this. Oh, she wants this. Like, he hated her. The 10 of Wands, like, oh, she spends all this money. Like, oh, she spends all this money. Look at this. All she cares about is money. All she cares about is materialistic things. Like, I see him like shit talking her for forever. Look at that. 7 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. What are you spending all this money on? He also suspected her of cheating because he's like, this money is not going where she says it's going. This time is not going where she says it's going. He did not trust her either. They didn't trust each other. He was convinced she was cheating too. Dude, this relationship is so fucking toxic. It's like actually crazy. It's the way I don't trust either of them. It's the way I don't trust either of them. Sorry, I don't trust either of them. The moon says that they're both very skilled liars. And the 8 of Pentacles and the Ace of Pentacles being reversed tells me that everyone's hands are dirty because the Ace of Pentacles, like money falling out of your hands. And the 8 of Pentacles, or excuse me, the 8 of Pentacles and the moon is like, I put in work with my lies. So it's like, I'll one up you. It's almost like they were both living double lives their entire relationship. Like, they're both living double lives. Both doing what they wanted to do and having resentment for each other. The thing is I just don't feel like this. I don't feel calculated. When it comes to his death, I don't see a plan. I don't see calculated. I see a series of unfortunate events. Because the Knight of Swords, the Justice card, and the Page of Wands says that I don't think justice is going to be delivered in the way in which it's supposed to be because of the way in which he died. The Knight of Swords and the Page of Wands tells me that every single person has a part to blame. And it was a series of events. So sometimes how they say like a crime of passion, to me I see like, this is what I see. Anger, fighting, frustration, toxic relationship. I see someone driving the car, kick someone out of the car. They fall on the floor, roll out of the car. I don't know if that's a metaphor, if it's actual. I don't know. So don't yell at me. I'm trying my best here, doing my best. Just telling you what I see. I could be wrong. I see them rolling on the ground. It's like grass. And then I see them kind of like screaming, yelling, and I see someone pulling away, like driving away, like, fuck you, and leaving them there. And everyone is drunk and intoxicated. That's kind of the vibe that I'm seeing. So to me, it seems like what happens after that, I don't know. I know someone said something about a dog, maybe, but I can't really figure out what happens after that. 6 of Swords, 2 of Wands, and the Sun. I will say if someone did hit someone with a car, it was like, to me, if someone hit someone with a car, it must have been accidental when they were pulling away. Or like someone like, get me back, put me back in the car, back in the car, and they like jump on the car and then they drive off and they fall off. That might be what happened because it's not premeditated. To me, it's like if I was like banging on the car or whatever, and then you got hit while I was trying to drive away type of shit because we're fighting and screaming and yelling at each other. That's what I'm seeing. So if there is some sort of thing from the car, to me, it doesn't seem like it was necessarily premeditated. More of like in the moment, get the fuck off the car, I'm driving away, fuck you. The 2 of Wands, the 6 of Swords, and the Sun, exactly that, because this is about sort of travel, and then the 2 of Wands, the fighting, and the Sun is like, to me, that's like quote unquote happily ever after. So when I'm asking if something is premeditated or malicious, the Sun would be like happy-go-lucky. So it's not premeditated or malicious. The 3 of Wands, or 3 of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles reversed, and the 2 of Pentacles. Wow, I can't believe I'm going to say this. I definitely think that that's his job. Was he very good at his job? Because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think so. I don't think that they liked him at work. So I'm having a hard time believing that they're protecting him because I don't think they liked him. I think they thought that he was a lot of drama. Like the 2 of Pentacles is like, you cost us money. So it's almost like, did he get in trouble a lot or something? It's almost like you cost us money. Like you cost us problems. Like you don't do your job the way you're supposed to. Your superiors don't like you. Like I don't think they liked him. And then the Strength card is vulnerability. The Temperance card, they definitely talk shit about him. Wheel of Fortune reverse and Nine of Pentacles. They definitely thought he should be single. Wheel of Fortune is bad luck. It's almost like he was a bad omen. I wonder if it's because, I wonder if it's because, you know how sometimes when you're in like a bunch of drama and stuff, sometimes it's not necessarily that people don't like you. Sometimes it's that people don't like what's around you and the chaos that's around you. So I'm wondering if it's more along the lines of because he was in such toxic connections and had so many toxic people around him, that's why people were just like, bro, what the fuck? Like, because I see it as like, oh, it's like he's like a dark cloud. Like when he comes around, he's like a dark cloud because of the baggage that he brings. So I'm wondering if that's what it was. I can tell you they definitely wanted her gone. They definitely wanted her gone. But I don't think that he is like, I'm not saying he's like the most morally sound person. Damn, this is messy as fuck. 6 of Wands, 4 Wands reversed, and the 3 of Cups. Well, they both definitely lived double lives, I can tell you that. I think a lot of people would be shocked about the life that both of them actually lived. I don't think anyone has any idea of who these two really were. They 100% both, in my opinion, allegedly both lived double lives. Okay? Lives together and lives apart. They have other personas that people would not know about. And this is what I always tell people. You never really know someone. Okay? You'd be shocked at the way people really are. However, 3 of Cups reversed, 4 of Wands reversed, and 6 of Wands makes me feel like it's always about making to me, that's like someone who always wants to like project the perfect image. I want to project the perfect image. I want to project the perfect image, which they both kind of were trying to do. I want people to like see me as a good person. I want people to see me as an upstanding citizen. So I get that, trying to keep up appearances. But when it comes to that night, I don't think, for me personally, I don't think that the cops would cover that up. Because I don't think that they liked him enough to do that. Do I think that maybe they meddled a little bit? Probably. I mean, they're cops. That's what they do oftentimes, right? But do I think that it's like this complete like fabrication, whatever? I don't think he was liked enough. I'm not saying it's impossible. I'm just saying unless he was sleeping with someone's wife in the police department and that's the other woman, there's no way that people were close enough to him to care enough to do that, in my opinion. So for me, I don't think anyone likes her. So let me rephrase this. They're not going out of their way to protect him. They're just going out of their way to make sure that she's not protected. Does that make sense? We don't like her. So we're not protecting her. And if the conclusion is that she's the only one to blame, so be it. You can see that as them saving their ass, but I see it more as like, I don't want to say throwing her under the bus. This is what I see in my mind's eye. There's 2 life rafts and 3 people. And she's not getting a life raft, period. So we're not blaming her. We're not throwing everything on her. We're not throwing her under the bus. We're just not giving her a life raft. I think there are multiple things that happened that night that led to his death. I don't think that she's the only one that participated in whatever the hell is the story of events that that led to his death. She may have been the first part, but there was other parts after it. But they have life rafts and she doesn't. Technically, it seems like it was multiple things that led to the death. So technically, I would say that there are multiple people that should be held accountable in some degree. But she doesn't have a life raft, and they do. So I still don't know exactly how much she participated, because I just feel like she kind of like kicked him out of the car, and that's really kind of where it's at. And if he did get hit by the car, again, like I said, it was not like, I'm going to run you over. It was like, get off the car, I'm leaving, fuck you. You want to have fun at the party, go have fun at the party. And then whatever happens next, I have no idea. I can't pick up. I just see him laying in the ground. That's what I mean. All I see him is laying in the ground. I see him laying in the ground, and then everything goes black. That's all I see is him laying on the ground. Did he even make it to the party? I don't know. I see him laying on the ground, and I don't see anything after that, so I have no idea what the fuck happened. If you want me to do another reading on this, I guess I could. Maybe when the trial finishes or something. But this is all I'm getting. And, you know, I'm open to being wrong. I'm open to being wrong. You know, I absolutely have no fucking idea what's going on with this case. I did zero research. That way I can give you a really authentic reading. Perhaps you guys can put some stuff in the comments down below, and then maybe I can kind of tie some ends that were loose here and figure out the proper story. I'm seeing things in fragments, so I might have some people wrong or some situations wrong. So don't come for me and drag me. This is very hard, and this is an extremely complicated case, and I cannot believe that this was told to me that this was going to be such an easy case. Like, oh yeah, they're just covering us up. No, this is messy as hell. Okay, and there's a lot more things involved here. So I did my best. Please be respectful in the comments. Hopefully it helps somewhat or something. I don't know. I'm just trying my best. So join the YouTube members if you like this content, because who knows if this will be monetized. Okay, I love you guys. Bye.